Hey y'all, it's your girl back again with another sister breakdown. Tonight we're talking about season 9, episode 7. And woo child, the drama was served hotter than that food on Sabrina's table. Let's get into it because we need to talk about Rich showing up at that restaurant like a man on a mission. So picture this, Sabrina is finally out minding her business, trying to enjoy a nice meal and a nice conversation with someone new. She's been through enough ups and downs in the love department, and you can tell she's just trying to find her peace, trying to step into a new chapter. But here comes Rich bursting up the vibes like a storm cloud on a sunny day. Now let's be clear. Sabrina told this man straight up, we are done. Not maybe later. Not let's take a break. She told him it was over. Period. End of sentence. She even said she didn't want to see him again, but somehow Rich convinced himself that showing up at that restaurant and starting himself into a moment that had nothing to do with him was a good idea. Spoiler alert, it was not. Y'all, let's talk about the audacity because Rich didn't just walk in and say, hey Sabrina, can we talk? Oh no, he came in like he had ownership, like he was marking territory. He tried to shut down a conversation with the new guy before it even had a chance to breathe. And I'm sitting on my couch like, sir, what exactly are you doing? What's really interesting about this scene is that it's not just about Rich being jealous, it's about control. He doesn't want Sabrina, but he doesn't want anyone else to have her either. That's classic possessive ex behavior. And the crazy part is, Sabrina has already told him she's moving on, but instead of respecting her boundaries, he's crossing lines and making it about his ego. Let's also look at it from Sabrina's side. She's trying so hard to reclaim her independence and joy. This girl has been through enough heartbreak, and here she is finally open up to new possibilities. But then Rich pops up creating this whole scene in public, embarrassing her, embarrassing himself, and scaring off the poor guy she was actually trying to connect with. Like, come on, Rich. You're not just hurting Sabrina, you're sabotaging her happiness. And let me tell y'all something. This moment right here is going to have consequences. Sabrina is going to be even more guarded moving forward because every time she tries to put herself out there, Rich is lurking like a shadow. And the new guy, he might think twice before getting caught up in all that drama. But here's where it gets messy because Rich's actions scream that he's not over her, even if he swears up and down that he is. He's acting out of depression, and sometimes desperation can turn dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if this moment sets up a bigger storyline where Rich keeps trying to insert himself into Sabrina's life, and she has to decide whether she's going to let fear hold her back or whether she's going to put her foot down once and for all. Now let's be for real. Part of me wondered if Rich is struggling with his own insecurities. Maybe he thought Sabrina would always be available. Maybe he thought she'll come running back eventually, but seeing her sit across the table from another man, that was his reality check. And instead of handling it like a grown man, he chose chaos. So here's my question for y'all. Do you think Rich still loves Sabrina? Or is this just his pride talking? Because love doesn't look like manipulation. Love doesn't look like bargaining into someone's peace. Love looks like letting someone go if that's what they want, even if it hurts. Either way, I am so glad Sabrina held her ground. She made it clear we're broken up. You don't get to police me anywhere. And honestly, I cheered for her in that moment because that's growth. She's not letting him drag her back into old cycles. She's drawing boundaries and standing tall in them. But you know Tyler Perry, y'all. This isn't the last we've seen of Rich and his antics. The way this man is moving, I can already see him plotting some big gestures to win Sabrina back. But the real question is, will she fall for it or will she finally shut that door for good? Alright, y'all, that's my take on Rich crashing Sabrina's date in Sistas Season 9, Episode 7. It was messy, it was dramatic, and it left me shaking my head. But one thing's for sure, it kept us talking. So, what do y'all think? Was Rich acting out of love or out of ego? Should Sabrina give him another chance or should she run, not walk in the other direction? Let me know in the comments because I want to hear y'all thoughts. Until next time, it's your girl signing off. Stay tuned for more Sistas Tea right here on TV Talks with your girl. Bye.